You got a present. Yeah, and I don't have your charger either. I left it on my kitchen table. But I changed Red Wing, and I got everything ready. Oh, we're live. Ha-ha! You caught me. My daughters both showed up today, Paisley and Farron. Farron usually helping me here on the broadcast. And so I've got to set up for the first break here with that one, so we'll get there in a second. This is VFW baseball, and Albert Lee's post 447 about to do battle with Red Wing. And, man, these guys are 7-1, these Albert Lee VFW boys. And this is part of our 150 to 200 broadcast. We've, I think today is the 150th different stream that we've done since August when we started. So, yeah, we should have had a cake and a celebration, but the work has to come first. Anyway, if you'd like to be part of it, call 507-402-1600 and leave me a message, and I'll get back to you tomorrow, and we'll talk about getting you on the air with us here at albertleelive.com. And like I said, tonight, 7-1 Albert Lee VFW post 447 against Red Wing VFW here at Hike Field. Albert Lee coming off a 3-2 win in Faribault last night. I'll talk with VFW post 447 manager Rich Yost and star player, one of the star players, Casey Olvey. I was going to talk to Nate Herr, but he's not here tonight, and so Casey is going to be just as good. And for more information about American Legion Post 56 in Albert Lee, their Honor Guard or any of their events, or the Bar and Grill, or Freedom Rock, or anything else, you can go to AmericanLegionPost56.com or find them on social media. And you can find VFW Post 447, Albert Lee, Minnesota, on Facebook. Manager Rich Yost and player Casey Olvey coming up here after a break on AlbertLeeLive.com.
Hi, this is Adam, your local business owner at GT Window and Door right here in Albert Lee. Start the new year with a fresh look for your home. At GT Window and Door, we specialize in high-quality windows and door replacements that enhance comfort, style, and energy efficiency. With financing options available, including interest-free plans for up to 18 months, it's never been easier to upgrade your home. Visit us online at gtwindowanddoor.com to schedule your free estimate today. Let's make 2025 the year you fall in love with your home all over again.
You have a brand new house. The construction has left a giant mess of dust and dirt. Call Service Master by Ayat today, 877-945-0993.
The man, the yellow van, call Service Master.
Manager Rich Yost is the man. You have this team in a pretty nice position here at 7-1 on the year. How's that?
Well, it's pretty good. Guys are playing well.
Could you see that coming? Because you haven't really had any practices or anything.
No, we had maybe one practice other than a couple of before. But, I mean, I look over at our squad. There's a lot of guys who really want to do well. Some play up. Others are getting chances. And when they get their chances, they're making the most of it.
Yeah, 3-2 in Faribault last night. Mostly, Casey Olvey on the hill was good. He scattered like 5-6 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, struck out 5 or 6. Looked pretty good. And Nate Herr scored all 3 of your runs from the 9 spot, and including the game winner at the top of the 7th. And then he went out in the bottom of the 7th and closed it down as the reliever for the save.
The stat line looks great. He did a lot of good stuff out there today, the other day, and the guys gave him a big pat on the back for it.
But he's not here tonight.
Nope, the boys are up fishing. Him and a couple other boys with the weekend or the holiday coming, they took off, and more power to them. They got to be young, go have fun.
Oh yeah, that's part of the summer ball for
Absolutely.
Sure. You have half a dozen games or so left in July. 4 are at home, including this Thursday at noon against Rochester Mayo before the parade in town here. At 7-1, this team is really looking like a top seed, and when you get to the playoffs, is this? Are they ready to go, make some noise? I mean, it's a long way to go yet, but
I think so. I mean, they take good at bats. Haven't had a lot of errors, throwing strikes, and having fun. That's the biggest thing. They're playing relaxed. They have fun with each other. We've got some good athletic kids out there that are going to help this round. I mean, that Mayo club is going to be tough at 7-1 themselves, so it should be a fun day.
And how about Red Wing tonight?
Yeah, Red Wing again.
4-8, I think they said.
4-8. Okay, I haven't seen them. Didn't see them in youth ball, but again, typically not anyone I want to look over because they're a pretty good team as well. Usually, they put together a good squad.
Who's starting for you on the mound tonight?
That's a great question. I just found out who's all here, so we'll figure it out here in a minute. But
okay.
I think Ethan Steeler might be potential. on the mound.
You don't have to
For
come
us.
in. You can surprise us all. That's
Yep.
fine.
Oh, that's what I do.
Well, you got a real fun team to watch, Rich, and good luck tonight.
Yeah. Thank you.
Mr. Sandless in Albert Lee refinishes any kind of floors without sanding. Guaranteed adhesion, guaranteed satisfaction, best warranty in the business. Outdoors, they'll refinish decks, fences, furniture, concrete, and more. Any type of floor indoors like tile, slate, laminates, concrete, asphalt, ceramic, and more. Call local Mr. Sandless, Troy Irvine at 507-391-9100 or check him out online, mrsandless.com. All right, player profile today is Casey Olvey, who had quite a performance last night off the mound. You scattered like 5-6 hits, a couple of runs, 1 earned, not bad.
Yeah, I think I did good.
Is that something is that your favorite position, pitcher, or you like to?
One of my top ones.
What else you like?
Catching and third base.
Oh, you're
outfield.
versatile, aren't you?
Yeah.
Well, you and Nate Herr really were the stars last night. I mean, Nate scored all 3 runs, including the game winner in the top of the 7th, and then he closed the door, saving. Could you have gone 7th inning if you wanted?
No.
You were up to the limit or what?
Yeah.
All right. So he came in and closed the door for you. That's good. That's good teammates right there.
Yeah, he had a good game.
And you yourself, I haven't looked up your numbers here lately, but how you doing at the plate?
I think I'm doing good.
Yeah. As a team, you guys are 7-1. That's pretty nice. That's up there. Don't let that get to your head, though. I mean, you got a lot of games left, don't you?
Yeah.
Got about a half a dozen games, and I know like 6 maybe, and 4 of them are here at home, and that's nice because those road games can get a little stretched out a little bit, a little boring on the road trips.
Yeah. I hope we finish strong.
Because I know you got to go to Winona yet, and that's a long drive away.
Yeah.
I think that's a doubleheader day too. But so, what do you think of the season so far? Off of what were you on the JV or did you play varsity in high school?
JV.
How did the team do this year?
We didn't do very good. Probably 500.
And then coming here and going 7-1 to start. Did you see that coming, or were you guys just starting to meld at the end of the high school season?
Yeah.
So you could see this coming.
Yeah.
Well, you got to keep it going, man. You guys are fun to watch, and you play good as a team. And you got a lot of arms, don't you? I mean, you got a bunch of guys who can pitch.
Yeah, we do.
That helps.
Yep.
Especially when you get into like July, you're going to have 6 games in 2 weeks, and then the playoffs, and it's going to be coming at you fast. What else are you doing this summer?
Hockey.
Oh, you got hockey camps and stuff?
Yeah.
Do you have a pregame ritual?
No.
Nothing?
Nothing.
All right. How about a favorite teacher in school? What grade are you going into?
10th.
Okay. Well, you have a favorite teacher at high school at Albert Lee?
Not really. I like them all.
How about a musical group? What are you listening to?
Anything.
Got a favorite movie star?
No.
Or a binge watch?
No.
Or a favorite app?
My Instagram.
You know, all right. Who's your closest friends? Your brother on this team, or you got a? Probably not. Your brother.
All of them.
I know I got 2 daughters, and they don't like each other, so that'll happen too. But you guys are a close knit group.
Yeah.
That's cool. It's good to hear, man. Hey, you guys are fun to watch. Keep it going, all right?
Thank you.
I've got a suggestion for a place to eat that has culinary masterpieces. Cento in downtown Albert Lee. Wood-fired pizzas, fresh salads, rich pastas, and indulgent desserts. They all come together for a meal everyone will love. And if you're craving something sweet, they just added gelato. The cafe up front is open until 3 daily. Cento offers weekly specials. They've got a full catering service for you. Dine in or carry out at Cento. Open Monday through Saturday at 201 South Broadway Avenue, downtown Albert Lee. As we approach game time here, top of the hour, it's Red Wing in town to take on Albert Lee in VFW baseball action. The older boys in the American Legion are still, I think they're 3-1 or 3-2. I can't remember. I know it's been a while between games here, and this week is going to be just 2 VFW games for us. I think the Legion is on the road, but we'll have a Thursday game at noon here against Rochester Mayo, and then that's VFW and this game here, the only 2 games this week, and they played last night again up in Faribault and got the win to go to 7-1. These guys are basically the JV squad from the high school team, and some of them are going to be on the varsity next year, but they are really coming together and making a stand this year as getting the starting lineups ready to go here. Cody Rosen, I'm going to have to get a pronunciation on their pitcher because maybe it's Renchen. I don't know. 15 is his number, but as for Albert Lee, Ethan Steeler is on the hill. You may have heard Rich Yost refer to that. He really didn't know who was available at the time I was talking to him, so he figured it was going to be Steeler, and he was right. And he is going to face Blake Bartman, the first baseman, Cody Renchen, the pitcher, and Charlie Tanner, the third baseman. 1, 2, 3 to start things with Beckett Kohler, the shortstop, batting fourth. Cale Anderson playing center field, batting fifth. Jackson Mendelson is batting sixth and playing out in right field. And I think it's Roshan is the pronunciation of the pitcher. R-O-S-C-H-E-N. Roshan. We'll go with that. And again, Ezra Barala will be the second baseman, batting seventh. Kellen Saminsky catching, batting eighth. And Aiden Pfluger is the left fielder and batting ninth. They got three guys on the bench. It is Russian. Okay. We'll go with that then. This is a 7-inning game, and then they're going to do the 3 innings afterwards so they can get everybody in. I'm going to try and get some of these pronunciations from the PA guy here. I knew that one, Cale Anderson.
Batting sixth and playing right field, number 23, Jackson Mendelco.
That's Mendelco, okay.
Base, number 16, Ezra Bray.
Bray
Batting eighth
is the second baseman. Kellen Saminsky catching, and then Aiden Pfluger out in left field.
Number 5, Aiden Pfluger.
So that's who Steeler will be facing, and Russian, the pitcher, will face Preston Smith first up. He's going to be the shortstop today. Aiden Boss playing out in center field will bat second. Casey Ulvey, left fielder, bats third. Drew Ulvey will bat cleanup. He's the third baseman tonight. Cooper Rassler is catching, batting fifth. Ethan Hauser playing out in right will go sixth, and Aiden Jensen is seventh, first baseman. Ethan Steeler, the pitcher, bats eighth. And Brendan Soper at second base bats ninth, with Manny Cavazos, Peyton Alberts, Bryson Gilliam, and Brecken Wacholtz on the bench to start with here today. But I think everybody's going to get in. 4 replacements or bench players for Albert Lee and 3 for Red Wing, but that's what they have the 7-3 for. Let's take a longer break here, and we'll be back with the first pitch coming up here on AlbertLeeLive.com.
Albert Lee Live is here, Southern Minnesota. We have top quality audio and video play-by-play online of more Albert Lee Tiger games and events than anyone else. But we also provide opportunities for Albert Lee area youth to experience our businesses. Students can be paid to be on the air with us or showcase their graphic art skills by creating social media posts or run the cameras for our events. So if you or someone you know might be interested in broadcasting the Tiger teams by joining our team, email us from the AlbertLeeLive.com page or call or text J. Paul at 507-402-1600.
Comprehensive Wealth Solutions is here to help you make informed decisions about your financial future. CWS can provide you with a wealth strategy that aligns with your vision and values. Visit CWSFBO.com. CWS, providing big-time advice the small-town way.
Hi, this is Adam, your local business owner at GT Window and Door right here in Albert Lee. Start the new year with a fresh look for your home. At GT Window and Door, we specialize in high-quality windows and door replacements that enhance comfort, style, and energy efficiency. With financing options available, including interest-free plans for up to 18 months, it's never been easier to upgrade your home. Visit us online at gtwindowanddoor.com to schedule your free estimate today. Let's make 2025 the year you fall in love with your home all over again.
You have a brand new house. The construction has left a giant mess of dust and dirt. Call Service Master by Aya today. 877-945-0993.
The man, the yellow van, call Service Master.
I've got a suggestion for a place to eat that has culinary masterpieces. Cento in downtown Albert Lee. Wood-fired pizzas, fresh salads, rich pastas, and indulgent desserts. They all come together for a meal everyone will love. And if you're craving something sweet, they just added gelato. The cafe up front is open until 3 daily. Cento offers weekly specials. They've got a full catering service for you. Dine in or carry out at Cento. Open Monday through Saturday at 201 South Broadway Avenue, downtown Albert Lee.
So back here, Red Wing and Albert Lee in VFW baseball action, getting ready to go with Ethan Steeler taking his warm-up tosses. And getting ready to go, the right-hander, rather. Let's see here. I got to write down Ethan's information so I can keep track of his stats. They don't have real good, complete stats for VFW pitchers, but I try my best to have things like that so that we can pass that along to you. Hits, runs, let me see, Ks, walks. I'm trying to write down the stat lines here while talking, and that's not working real well, but some good numbers for these VFW guys. You can imagine 7-1 record usually relates to some pretty good stats on the team, and we welcome you to the ballpark here, and ready to go here in just a matter of seconds. Steeler going to face Blake Bartman, first baseman, first, as he strides to the plate in those purple Red Wing uniforms. Always confused me. Not sure what they were thinking, but you'd think they'd go with a red, but not quite. So Bartman is the right-handed hitting first baseman, stepping in first up here, and Steeler ready to rock and fire. As that one is ball one. Ball one to Blake. And the 1-0 is hit in the air to right field, but it's right at the right fielder out there. No, not much movement needed for Ethan Hauser as he makes the grab on a fly to right field. One up, one down. And up next is Cody Russian, the pitcher, right-handed batter. Steeler working quickly, fires this one. Nice little breaking pitch that gets over for a swing and a miss. Strike one to Cody Russian. Tall, slender batter. Going to be pitching in the next half inning, but here's Steeler facing him with strike two called 0-2. Nice jump on the count here for Ethan. Well, the team shined last night with their one-run win. They are, it's a swing and a miss, strikeout. So 2 up, 2 down. And a swinging strikeout, the first K for Steeler, and that brings up Charlie Tanner, the third baseman, another right-handed batter. The 7-1 record includes just one loss, and that was to Cannon Falls, 5-3. Ball one to Tanner. Beat Century 4-0. Byron 4-3. Stewartville 11-1. Faribault 3-2. 9-0 over Waseca. 7-6 over Austin. Casson, I forget what Casson scored, but we had like 16 runs in that game. Strike called there, so it's 1-1 to Tanner. With 2 down, nobody on here. Top of the first. VFW Baseball on AlbertLeeLive.com. I'm Jay Paul, along with Farron, my daughter, running the controls here. That's a shot down the first baseline, and it caroms off the glove of Jensen over there, and he can't quite get there in time to record the out. But that was a hot shot. It kind of, I don't know if it caromed off his glove or the bag over there, but that'll be an error, they say, an E3. E3 on first baseman Eden Jensen. And so with 2 out, there's a runner at first. And Beckett Kohler is up, and that gets away from the catcher Cooper Rassler, and on to second goes Tanner. So runner in scoring position with 2 down. And a 1-0 count to Kohler. Still no hits. 1 strikeout for Ethan Steeler as he winds and fires, and that's a swing and a miss. So he's got a nice off speed there. The guy was way out in front of it, and it's 1-1. Tanner gets his lead off a second. Steeler checks him a couple times and fires home, and this is in the air. It's going to drop between second and center and score the run. So an RBI single for Brett Kohler. And it's 1-0. Red Wing with first run of the game, first hit of the game. As Tanner scores from second easily on that little seeing eye single. Cale Anderson, the center fielder, up first lefty up to bat here for the purple-clad Red Wing Wingers. Let's see how Steeler approaches him. Hits him on the outside, or hits it on the outside corner for strike 1. Doesn't mean it hit him. That's a whole other thing. Yeah. Keeps it outside on the first pitch for strike 1. And that one gets away again and to the backstop. Down to second goes Kohler, and he's going to go to third. The throw is there. It was there too, but it scoots away from third baseman Drew Mulvey and didn't go far enough for Kohler himself to take off, but he gets all the way to third on the wild pitch from first to third, so he's well in scoring position now. And Anderson with a 1-1 count, already up 1-0 here in the top of the first. A couple of them have got by the backstop here and led to extra bases. That one's outside, 2-1 to Cale Anderson. Got to shut him down right here and get the bats going again, or going for the first time here. Albert Lee outside, 3-1. Jackson Mendelson is up, or Mendelkow is up next. They're due up if Anderson reaches. Here comes Steeler with the next pitch, and swing and a miss. Makes it even at 2-2, actually 3-2. It says 2-2 on the scoreboard and the field here, but we've got it right. 3-2. Yeah, 3-2? Okay. She's good at that. 3-2, runner at third, 2 down. And a 2-2 pitch on the way is outside. Oh, no, it was on the corner, says the umpire. Second strikeout for Ethan Steeler, and that ends the threat, but they do get that 1 run. And it's unearned, though, because he reached by an error. So 1-0 Red Wing here after a half inning of play on AlbertLeeLive.com.
Mr. Sandless in Albert Lea refinishes any kind of floors without sanding. Guaranteed adhesion, guaranteed satisfaction, best warranty in the business. Outdoors, they'll refinish decks, fences, furniture, concrete, and more. Any type of floor indoors like tile, slate, laminates, concrete, asphalt, ceramic, and more. Call local Mr. Sandless, Troy Irvine at 507-391-9100 or check them out online, MrSandless.com.
All right, so 1-0 Red Wing here with the 1 hit They had the one error for Albert Lee in that top half of the first. And so a couple of wild pitches, and that led to extra bases, and they got the one run across. So Albert Lee up to bat for the first time today, and Preston Smith will lead the way. He is a shortstop today, and Preston playing both for VFW and American Legion. Here in VFW play, he's 5 for 11, 454 average with 4 runs scored, an RBI, a double, a strikeout, and 2 steals. Really nice line. I was kind of thinking he might pitch here, but he plays tomorrow for the Legion team on the road, and he's probably going to pitch tomorrow for them. He pitches, he's the star pitcher on the high school team, and he's carrying that over into summer ball here. That gets away, so 1-0 to Preston. Trying to get this run back here in the bottom of the first, and he rips one to third on a line to the third baseman, who stabs it with the glove, and a 1 up, 1 down. Charlie Tanner he didn't hardly have to move there. It was the liner to third. 1 up, 1 down for Aiden Boss, the center fielder. And as far as Boss, he's 5 for 14 on the VFW season. Ball 1 to him. He's got 5 runs scored, 4 RBIs, a double, a strikeout, a walk, and 2 steals is his line. Ooh, it hit him on the hip. No limp as he goes down to first, but free pass on the hit by pitch. And we got our first base runner here. Let me write that down. Hit by pitch. And then next guy up is, the runner goes, and safe easily is Boss at second. Casey Olvey's up to bat. My subject on the pregame interview for Player Profile. Very soft-spoken young man. They all get that way, but I doubt that they're probably that way in real life. I have a couple of those, too. They'll be quiet in front of strange people, and I am a strange person to these guys, but in private, they're not all that shy. We've got 0-1, I guess, to Casey. With a runner in scoring position, to tying run out there at second base is Aiden Boss. And ball 1, 1-1. Scott to Casey Olvey with Drew Olvey on deck. Casey, 6 for 20 on the VFW season with 4 runs scored, 4 RBIs. It's 3-1 now. 2 doubles, 5 strikeouts, 5 walks, a stolen base, and he's been hit once. Quite a line for Casey. And he rips one in the air to left, and it's bouncing in front of the left fielder. And on to third goes Boss. And Olvey is on with the first hit of the game. You got a hit by pitch and a hit for the Albert Lee VFW post 4-4-7, and 2 on at the corners for cleanup batter Drew Olvey. And Drew, 7 for 27, just under 250 batting average, 9 runs scored, second best on the team, 6 RBIs, also second best on the team, 2 doubles, 4 strikeouts, 5 walks. That gets away from the catcher, and Olvey was running to begin with, so he'll get the stolen base there. 2 steals for Albert Lee already here in the top of the first, as Olvey's on second, Boss on third, 1 out, and Olvey with a 1-0 count, and that one's too far outside. 2-0. With 1 down, a chance here to get the lead with a base hit. Down 1-0 after a half inning. That was way inside, too, and it gets away from the catcher again. They're having trouble hanging on to the ball as it's pitched, and in comes Boss to tie the game up at 1-1. Olvey goes to third. And the wild pitch scores a run. Olvey now with a 3-0 count. And a runner at third with 1 out. And he bounces one right back to the pitcher. He looks down the runner. Now they got him in a rundown. Casey back and forth. He's just going to come in and try his best, but he gets tagged out at home. It's second out right there. And Drew on with a fielder's choice at first. So 2 down, runner at first for Cooper Rassler. The catcher, Cooper. Yeah, he kind of got caught in no man's land there off of third as that one went right back to the pitcher. He might have been thinking it was going to bounce past him and he could scoot into the score, but when the pitcher came up with it, and he was kind of caught too far off third, and then what do? 0-1, you just hope for a mistake when they're throwing it back and forth is what you do. But 0-1 now to Cooper and Rassler. 8 for 24 on the year, and fouls one out of play, and it's 0-2 to Cooper. Rassler with 3 runs scored, 4 RBIs, 3 strikeouts, and 3 steals this VFW season. And they got the baby blues. Reminiscent of the, 80s and 90s Twins. That's way outside, and 1-2 to Cooper Rassler. Ethan Hauser on deck, followed by Aiden Jensen, Ethan Steeler, and Brendan Soper. 5th batter here, and that's going to be outside. And so 0-2 count becomes 2-2. Two down and a runner at first with 1-1 score here. That's inside and a 3-2 count. Full count to Rassler. Drew Elvey getting his lead over there at first, and he's gone. He's taken off. And that's going to be a walk anyway. It gets away from the catcher, but nobody advances any farther. So Drew's at second, Cooper at first with the walk. First walk given up by Russian. He hasn't struck anybody out. He had a line out, and then they caught in a rundown for Ulvey. So first and second now with 2 down. And here comes Ethan Hauser. 7 for 15, run around 500 average with 4 runs scored, 8 RBIs, leads the team. He's got a double, a strikeout, 2 walks, and 2 steals on the season. As he steps in, the right-handed batter. They've all been righties so far. And Richie Ost's line up, and that is low. Ball 1. Actually, it says 2 on the scoreboard, but is it 2-0? Okay, I missed one when I was running through the stats there. 2-0 to Hauser. Got another runner in scoring position here. Could take the lead. That's the grounder to third, though, and the third baseman makes a good play and steps on the third base bag to end the inning, but they tie it up with the run here. So 1-1 after 1 on AlbertLeeLive.com.
Hi, this is Adam, your local business owner at GT Window and Door right here in Albert Lea. Start the new year with a fresh look for your home. At GT Window and Door, we specialize in high-quality windows and door replacements that enhance comfort, style, and energy efficiency. With financing options available, including interest-free plans for up to 18 months, it's never been easier to upgrade your home. Visit us online at gtwindowanddoor.com to schedule your free estimate today. Let's make 2025 the year you fall in love with your home all over again.
You have a brand new house. The construction has left a giant mess of dust and dirt. Call Service Master by Ayat today. 877-945-0993.
The man, the yellow van, call Service Master.
As we return to Hike Field, and it's a 1-1 game after 1. As Red Wings scored an unearned run in the top of the first, and Albert Lea answered with a earned run off of Cody Russian, off of a hit by pitch by Boss. He stole second, got around to third on a wild pitch, and then scored on another wild pitch. So 1-1 as Steeler takes his warm-up tosses. He gave up 1 hit, 1 run, 2 strikeouts in his 1 inning of work so far. And Jackson Mendelko coming up first. Well, he's the right fielder. Then it's Ezra Bray, the second baseman, and Kellen Szymanski, the catcher. The 6, 7, 8 hitters due up here in the top of the second of a 1-1 game. Another good team coming in. Red Wing 4-8, but Rochester Mayo was 7-1, just like Albert Lee in VFW play. They'll be here Thursday at noon. If you want to do something before the parade, or if not, you can catch it here on AlbertLeeLive.com. Either way, you could catch it here on your phone or whatever. There's a little delay here at the ballpark, but you can do that. Strike one is called here to Middleco. 0-1. Leading off the second inning here from Hike Field on a little breezy day. The flags aren't moving, it seems like, as much as the tree leaves are, but if it is moving, the flag is going straight out to center, so if somebody gets the one up in the air at the right time, they could travel a long way. 1-1 here to Mendelhow. Steeler winds and fires. Slow. Ball 2. 2-1. Two balls, one strike. Steeler taking his time here. Now ready to go. Inside. I don't think it was inside as far as Mendelhow thought it was, because he leaned back, but it was a ball nonetheless. 3-1 now. And that one comes over and is 3-2 now with a nice pitch there for Ethan Steeler. He's got a nice breaking pitch. Off speed, too. He's been fooling him on that off speed pitch. And here's the 3-2 offering. That one's high and tight, and he'll walk him. So, first walk given up by Steeler. And a leadoff base runner here for Red Wing in the second. As Ezra Bray, the second baseman, comes up. They've had all righties except for Cale Anderson, and the last inning was the lefty, the center fielder. And still three more batters to go here, starting with Ezra Bray. In their first time around the order, that one is outside, ball one. Checks the runner at first, Steeler, and then delivers. Just a little low, 2-0. As Middlecow gets his lead at first after the walk. Held on by Jensen. And the pitch. That's up high and tight. And a 3-0 count. And all of a sudden, Steeler having trouble with the strike zone here. Walked Middlecow to start the inning, and now 3-0 to Bray. On the way. And that's going to be called strike one. Bray didn't like that one. Thought it was ball 4, but umpire says, let's give him a break there. 3-1. Nobody out. Runner at first in a 1-1 game here. Red Wing and Albert Lee. The pitch is... must have been across. He didn't make a sign, I don't think, the umpire, but it's 3-2. Again, Middlecow gets his lead. It's a 3-2 pitch to both of the first two batters here in this inning. And, Bray thought that was a ball 4, but the umpire disagrees and rung him up there on a called third strike. 1 out. Third strikeout for Steeler as he just hit the inside corner, according to the umpire. Kellen Szymanski, the catcher, is up now with 1 down and 1 on. I thought Bray might get himself in a little trouble. He stopped and had some words with the umpire there, but everything was civil, so it's all right. Strike 1 to Szymanski, the 8-hitter in the lineup, and another righty. Aiden Pfluger, the left fielder, is the 9-hitter. He's on deck. Middlecow gets his lead and doesn't go. Let's lift it into the infield. On shortstop comes over. I thought it was going to be second baseman at first, but as Soper gave way to Drew Olvey, or rather to Preston Smith on the catch there. So a little flare to the shortstop. And there's 2 down. And Aiden Pfluger, the left fielder, is another right-handed batter. 2 down with a runner at first. Top of the second, 1-1, Red Wing Albert Lee, VFW baseball. That's going to be on the ground to second. Soper grabs it, gets it over to shortstop Smith covering the bag, and that is the way that goes. 4-6 put out, and 3 outs here in the second. So they fail to score, leave one stranded. It's 1-1 after an inning and a half here from Hike Field on AlbertLeeLive.com.
I've got a suggestion for a place to eat that has culinary masterpieces. Cento in downtown Albert Lee. Wood-fired pizzas, fresh salads, rich pastas, and indulgent desserts. They all come together for a meal everyone will love. And if you're craving something sweet, they just added gelato. The cafe up front is open until 3 daily. Cento offers weekly specials. They've got a full catering service for you. Dine in or carry out at Cento. Open Monday through Saturday at 201 South Broadway Avenue, downtown Albert Lee.
It is 1-1 here as we head to the bottom of the second. And Albert Lee coming to bat here. But I wanted to touch on Ethan Steeler's pitching performance here. He's only given up the 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 run, and it was unearned because of an error on the defense. But he struck out 3, 2 air outs, and 1 ground out. So pretty good start here for Ethan on the hill. As Cody Russian starts his second inning of work, he faced 6 hitters in his first inning, gave it the 1 run. And they threw 1 out at home, so it could have been 2. And then they had a couple there at the at the end as well, before the 3rd out was made. But it's going to be the 7, 8, 9 hitters here facing Russian, and Aiden Jensen, first baseman, pitcher Ethan Steeler, and second baseman Brendan Soper. Lefty Jensen is up. First lefty in the Rich Yost lineup. As he faces Cody and steps in ready to go, that's going to be low. Ball 1. So yeah, an early game Thursday with a noon start. It's scheduled to go 9, but we'll see. This one, oh no, tonight's was scheduled to go 9. This is in the air in trouble, but nice adjustment out there by the center fielder, Cale Anderson, and he makes the grab. Wow. That could have been a lot of trouble, and Jensen still be running. That would have worked out right, but he ended up catching up to it, and that is out number 1 here in the second for the Albert Lee VFW post 4-4-7 boys. Ethan Steeler now. Pitcher, batting right-handed and ready to go with 1 out, nobody on. Ooh, that was a little bit inside, but it broke inside enough to get strike 1. Nice pitch for Russian. And he's back to work right away. This is ripped down the third baseline. It's fair. Just inside the line, and Steeler's digging for 2. As the throw comes in, he's got a stand-up double. Second hit for Albert Lee in the game, and 1 in scoring position now for Brendan Soper, the 9 hitter. Second baseman. Steeler, by the way, hitting this year for VFW team. That might be his first at bat. I don't have him listed here. This one is on the ground to short and advances the runner. Nice throw across in time to get Soper, but on to third goes Steeler for 2 outs now. And the top of the order, Preston Smith, who lined out to third his first time up. Runner at third, the lead runner. Go-ahead run is on third, I should say, and that's strike 1 to Smith, who hit the second pitch to third base on a line. Back in the first. That one gets away. Should score the run. Here he comes, and standing scores before the throw comes in as Steeler helps his own cause and gives him the lead 2-1. On a wild pitch. Both runs have scored on wild pitches here for Albert Lee today, as the count is 2-0 now, or 1-1 to Smith. 1-1 with nobody on now, 2 outs, and that's a flare foul down the first baseline. A ball and 2 strikes to Preston. Well, I tried rigging up this one camera. You know, we have the angle that looks at the batter. That's a good one. And the other one was going to be above the dugout, the third base dugout, the Albert Lee dugout. But it's too far for my remote contraption to work. But I thought that was going to be a really nice angle, but just too far away. So I'm back to this. I don't like this fence. You know, everybody looks that, though. If you're sitting in the stands here at the game, that's where you're looking through and watching the game. That's what we look through to watch the game. So it's, I guess, natural, but try and get rid of it as much as possible when we do that on the batter's eye. The pitcher, batter, and umpire and catcher are all in that. It's a 3-2 count now to Preston Smith with nobody on and 2 down here in the second. Albert Lee's taking the lead here, scoring single runs in each of the first 2 innings so far. 3-2 is too high, walked him. That'll be the second walk for Russian, and another base runner here for Albert Lee with 2 outs, and Aiden Boss coming up. He was hit by a pitch. First pitch he saw, hit him right in the hip. And then he stole a base and scored the first run of the game on a wild pitch. They throw over and back in safely is Smith. 2-1 Albert Lee. And 2 hits, 2 walks, and a hit batter. A couple of wild pitches, and another one that gets Smith down to second. A lot of wild pitches here for Russian and his battery mate, Kellen Saminsky. Saminsky's had to be on the run back to the backstop here about 5 times. I've got 4 wild pitches. And that one gets way outside, but nice stop there by Saminsky. But ball 2 to Boss with runners at first and second and 2 down. And that's a strike called as Casey Olvey is up. And Boss on first, Smith on second, 2 down. Olvey with a 1-1 count, and the runners are going, and there's no throw. So safe both. A double steal there for Smith to third. And Boss to second with a little 2-out rally going here, and 2 in scoring position for Casey, who singled his first time up, and he fouls one off there. So 2-2. With 2 outs and 2 on here in the second. Umpire taking a little time for the catcher there. That one kind of went off of his mask or shoulders or something. He gave him a little bit of extra time to recover, and here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And he struck him out to end the half inning, but they do come across with the go-ahead run. Leave 2 stranded, but it's 2-1 Albert Lee after 2 here from Hike Field on AlbertLeeLive.com.
Mr. Sandless in Albert Lee refinishes any kind of floors without sanding. Guaranteed adhesion, guaranteed satisfaction, best warranty in the business. Outdoors, they'll refinish decks, fences, furniture, concrete, and more. Any type of floor indoors like tile, slate, laminates, concrete, asphalt, ceramic, and more. Call local Mr. Sandless, Troy Irvine at 507-391-9100 or check him out online, MrSandless.com.
I'm not tired.
Back here at Hike Field with a 2-1 Albert Lee lead after 2 innings of play. Thanks again to our sponsors, GT Window and Door, Gutters by GT, Mr. Sandless, Cento, as well as Service Master by Ayat. As Ethan Steeler comes out for his 3rd inning of work, he's got 3 strikeouts, 1 walk. Gave up the 1 run on 1 hit. It was an unearned run because of an error. And he'll start with the top of the order here from Red Wing. The 4 and 8 wingers bring up Blake Bartman, Cody Russian, and Charlie Tanner to face Ethan here in the 3rd. This one's going to go 7. This was originally scheduled for a 9-inning game, but last night I guess they decided to go with the 7-3, which means they'll play 7 for the record books, take a break of 20 minutes or so, and then they'll play 3 innings where other folks can get in the game that didn't make it in. We will not air that part. We'll just go to 7 innings here. And then game on Thursday at noon. Lots of stuff going on in town here. That'll be something you can do with the family. Bring them out to the ballpark if you want to. Otherwise, watch it here on AlbertlyLive.com. As here we go, top of the order, Bartman. He flew out to right field in the second pitch of the game, and it's ball one as that one gets away from catcher Rassler. And Steeler cleans up a little bit on the mound with his feet. Now he's ready to go. 1-0. Inside 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. As Steeler looks in, likes the sign, rocks and fires. And outside, so 3-0 here to start with Bartman. The first baseman. Probably taken here, and nope, not good enough. 4 straight pitches, and he takes his base. That's the second walk by Ethan. Brings up Cody Rush, the pitcher, who struck out his first time up. With a runner on here and nobody out in the third. 2-1 Albert Lee. 7-1 against 4-8. What a great start to their VFW season here for these boys who mentioned Casey Elvey thought they were about a 500 team during their high school season for the JV squad. But he saw some promise at the end of that season and leading into this one that he's not surprised that they're 7-1. Big lead over at first by Bartman, and he takes off. And the throw is way late, and it's a stolen base. 2-0 is the count to Russian. And that is first steal for the Wingers here today. Runner in scoring position. That's the tying run out there at second. And he turns to bunt, and it goes foul. 2-1. Steeler. The wind whipping in his face as it goes straight out to center. And he winds and fires. This one is too hopper to third. Can't play the runner coming at him, so he goes across the diamond to first base and gets Russian on a 5-3 for the first out. But on his way to third is Bartman, and now he's 90 feet away for Charlie Tanner, who scored the only run for Red Wing back in the first. He reached on an error, made his way around, scored on a wild pitch. Here's Steelers wind and fire. That nice breaking pitch gets over for strike one. I think it was. This umpire has a subtle strike call sometimes, and then his ball call on the outside pitches to the right. He moves his arm. There's a nice strike. It's 1-1. I was wrong. 1-1 to Tanner. And runner at third and one out. And that's a check swing, but he didn't go, and it's ball two. 2-1. Still no hits for the top three hitters in the Red Wing lineup here. Tanner, the third batter in the lineup, reaching on an error, but this is a blooper going to fall in right in front of the right fielder. That's going to score the run. They throw in, but it's cut off. And Hauser out there just could not get to it. Nice throw in, though, but the run does score as Bartman comes in and makes it 2-2. Top of the third with one down. A runner now on first is Tanner. And Beckett Kohler, who had the RBI single. I guess it wasn't scored on a wild pitch. He got the third on the wild pitch. The run scored on the base hit by this guy. There's a throw down to second, and not in time as Tanner's on with a stolen base at second base. Runner at second with one out. And Kohler with a 1-0 count. Steeler delivers inside 2-0. Excuse me. Got a fly that just wants to get in my mouth, and I don't want that to happen. 2-0 in a 2-2 game here. Admittedly, my mouth is moving a lot, so the fly probably thinks it's nice and warm in there, but I don't think that's good. This is a pop to short. Smith goes back into the grass and makes the grab. Second out on a pop to short. And that brings up Cale Anderson, who struck out to end the first. The only lefty in the lineup for these Wingers. 3 air outs, 2 ground outs, and 3 strikeouts so far for Ethan Steeler, who has strike 1 to Anderson here. Checks the runner at second a couple of times and then delivers 0-1. Runner fakes going, almost fell down as he made his way back towards second, but it's a 1-1 count. Rassler behind the plate. Keep an eye on that runner. Let's see if he goes this time. It's a 1-1 count. That one's outside. 2-1 to Cale. They do have about a half a dozen games left here. 4 of their 6 are here. They do have the doubleheader in Winona in July. And that one's out of the zone. 3-1. That's a long day. What is it, an hour and a half, 2 hours to Winona to begin with, and then play a doubleheader and then drive all the way back. Sounds exhausting. And Rich Yost not even going to make that. He has previous engagements, so that's going to be a fly ball to center. It goes over the head of Albert Lee center fielder Aiden Boss, and that scores the run on an RBI double by Cale Anderson. And they've got the lead 3-2. Couple of runs this inning gives them the lead. And another hit, which is only their second. They've got a couple of walks and a wild pitch out of Ethan that has moved some runners. But now with a 3-2 lead, and it's still 2 outs with a runner at second. Long half inning here for Ethan Steeler and the D. It's 1-0 now to Jackson Mendelkow, and he was walked to start the second. That's up high, 2-0. He took Jackson to a full count, but walked him to start the second. Steeler trying to get out of this inning and get the bats going again for Albert Lee, as they've scored 1 run in each of the first 2 innings, giving up 1 in the first and now 2 here in the third. 3-0 though to Mendelkow. Might be Mendelkow. That's a strike. 3-1. But they're visitors, and we don't care too much about the pronunciations. As Vinny could be just Andersons and Smiths for all I know. He walked him on 5 pitches there, and that is the third base on balls given up by Ethan Steeler. And he's first and second with 2 down, and here's a meeting on the mound. Rich Yost is coming out in the whole infield. So we'll see if he pulls him here with 2 outs in the third. Ezra Bray, it's the 7, 8, 9 hitters left here. He does. He takes the ball, and that'll be it for Ethan, where he goes 2 2/3. Gives up the 2 hits, the 3 runs. Struck out 3 and walked 3. Had a wild pitch. And who are they putting in? Looks like Brecken Wackles. Brecken Wackles will be pitching when we come back after a break here. It's 3-2 Red Wing in the top of the third on AlbertLeeLive.com.
Hi, this is Adam, your local business owner at GT Window and Door right here in Albert Lea. Start the new year with a fresh look for your home. At GT Window and Door, we specialize in high-quality windows and door replacements that enhance comfort, style, and energy efficiency. With financing options available, including interest-free plans for up to 18 months, it's never been easier to upgrade your home. Visit us online at gtwindowanddoor.com to schedule your free estimate today. Let's make 2025 the year you fall in love with your home all over again.
You have a brand new house. The construction has left a giant mess of dust and dirt. Call Service Master by Ayat today. 877-945-0993.
The man, the yellow van, call Service Master.
Brecken Wackles warming up here, and the infield is watching him, as we are here. And the outfielders are talking about what they're having for dinner and where they're going swimming. And here we go. It's 2 down in the third as Red Wing leads 3-2. They've retaken the lead here with 2 runs at the top of this inning. They come up with Ezra Bray, the 7th batter to come up this inning. He struck out his first time up. 1 of 3 Ks for Steeler. And Wackles ready to go. He's got some heat on his fastballs. That's a strike called. Brecken has been he's been wrestling a lot this summer too. He's been on the road a lot. I think he's going on the road again. I think I read that on social media. As he goes inside here, 1-1 to Bray. 2 down and 2 on here in the third. Trying to shut the door and get the Albert Lea bats moving again. That's fouled into the screen, so it's 1-2 to Bray. Yeah, Wackles has a lot of pace on his fastball. You can just tell the thing jumps. As he's ready to go, checks the runner and delivers. That's a strike, and it bounces away from Rassler, but all he's got to do is throw it down to Jensen, and they do get the out. K and the third out for Wackles, and he comes in and does the job nicely. And the bats will be coming, and it'll be the 4, 5, 6 hitters, Ulvey, Rassler, and Hauser on the way after a break here on AlbertLeeLive.com.
I've got a suggestion for a place to eat that has culinary masterpieces. Cento in downtown Albert Lea. Wood-fired pizzas, fresh salads, rich pastas, and indulgent desserts. They all come together for a meal everyone will love. And if you're craving something sweet, they just added gelato. The cafe up front is open until 3 daily. Cento offers weekly specials. They've got a full catering service for you. Dine in or carry out at Cento. Open Monday through Saturday at 201 South Broadway Avenue, downtown Albert Lea.
Get worse as you go. Yeah. Here we are with the bottom of the third. Now 3-2 Red Wing. 7-inning affair here from Hike Field, and one of our 2 games this holiday week will be Thursday at noon against Rochester Mayo. That'll be a big one here. I don't know if they're playing today, but if we win here, go 8-1, and they could be 8-1 coming in. I know they're both 7-1 today. Top of the pecking order there in this VFW area. As we're going to have Drew Ulvey, Cooper Rassler, and Ethan Hauser to face Cody Russian. His 3rd inning of work. He has struck out 1. Walked 2, hit 1, 4 wild pitches, gave up 2 runs on 2 hits is all. But there's been a lot of extras that have led to some base runners here for Albert Lea. So let's see if we can put something together here and get back into it. The tying run at the plate in Drew Ulvey, who reached on a fielder's choice his first time up. Drew, 7 for 27 coming in, 9 runs scored, which is second on the team to Nate Herr. That's ball 1. And he has 6 RBIs. That's second on the team, tied with Graham Goskeson, 2 behind Ethan Hauser. You got 2 doubles on the year, too. 4 strikeouts, 5 walks, and a steal. Here's Next pitch, it's 1-1 now to Olvey. Russian fires, and that's up high. 2 balls, 1 strike. Leading off the bottom of the third here for the Albert Lee VFW, post 4-4-7. Here's a pitch from the lanky, slim righty, and that's outside. So 3-1. Or no, it says 1-2 on the scoreboard. Maybe I missed one there. We'll go with 1-2. And that is put in play to short. It takes a nasty hop over the head of shortstop, who had bent over to grab that one on the ground. But Beckett Kohler almost got his face knocked away there, but it went right past his ear. That can't be an error. That's got to be a base hit for Drew. 3rd hit of the game for Albert Lee. And he's on at first with Cooper Rassler up, who walked his first time. Backs off of that one, ball 1, as it was inside. And Rassler with an 8 for 24 before the game. 3 runs, 4 RBIs. Second pitch is low, and runner goes, and Olvey's in safely. And his brother had a steal, so why not Drew? So the base hit, and then he moves to second on the steal, and he's in scoring position for Rassler, and he is the tying run out there at second base. Drew Olvey having a fine season. A lot of these guys are, well, you don't get to be 7-1 by having horrible seasons. And that one's out of the zone. It's 3-0 to Cooper. He walked his first time up on a 3-2 count, and this time 4 straight. So he's 2 of the 3 walks given up by a Russian, and it's first and second with nobody out. And Ethan Hauser coming up, and he reached on a fielder's choice. He grounded he grounded the ball to the third, which third baseman just stepped on third and got the base runner. They're going to have Cooper, who's catching, get his gear on, and they're going to put pinch runner Bryson Gilliam in. Bryson gets off the bench, and he'll run at first. Here's a little nice bunt, and nobody there to cover first because the first baseman came in, and the catcher and pitcher all converging on that one, but the second baseman did not cover first. And so on, and bases loaded with nobody out. A little bunt single for Hauser. And that's the 4th hit of the game for Albert Lee. And at third is Drew Olvey. Second is Rassler. And Ethan Hauser on at first for Aiden Jensen, who takes the first pitch. And I don't know if it was a strike or a ball. Do you know? That's a strike. It's 0-2. It must have been a strike. But still, nobody out here with the bases loaded. And Jensen can be the early hero here and tie the game up, or maybe even give him the lead with a base hit. Outside, 1-2 to Aiden. And Jensen came into the day 2 for 11 at the plate with 1 run and 2 RBIs. And one of his hits was a double. That is a strikeout. 1 out. Second K for Russian, and that brings up Ethan Steeler. He doubled and scored in the second. And that's going to be actually Wachol's bat because he took over for him, and that's a wild pitch that scores a run. As Drew Olvey comes in with a tying run, and it's 3-3. So Brecken Wacholz with a 1-0 count. And the runners at second and third, and that one also gets away. And another run scores. We'll take it. 4-3. As Rassler crosses, Hauser goes to third. Wacholz is up here with a 2-0 count, and 2 runs have scored while he's been standing there. But both on wild pitches. That's 6 wild pitches for Russian. And that's a strike. That was a little low, but he calls it a strike, and it's 2-1. To Wacholz. And Albert Lee leading 4-3 now with a runner at third and 1 out. That's a swing and a miss for Brecken. who comes in with 0 for 5 here in the VFW season. So he is due to get a base hit here. That is a breaking pitch that comes across, called strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts is 2 outs, but all the wild pitches scored 2 runs, and he's given up the lead, even though got a couple of back-to-back strikeouts here to get to 3 on the game. And brings up Brendan Soper, who was out on a grounder to short. His only time up. 1-0 to him. The 9-hitter. Still a runner at third here, and it gets away again. They're going to score 3 runs on wild pitches and take a 5-3 lead. Wow. Olvey, Rassler, and Hauser all scored on wild pitches, and it is 5-3 Albert Lee here in the bottom of the third with 2 down, nobody on now. They cleared the bases on wild pitches. And a 2-0 count to Brendan Soper, who lifts one behind second base. The right fielder coming in and makes the grab on a fly to right field. And that's the 3rd out. So they got 3 outs in a row, but put the first 3 runners on and then scored them all on wild pitches. 7 wild pitches in the game by Cody Russian. And it's 5-3 Albert Lee after 3 here on AlbertLeeLive.com.
Mr. Sandless in Albert Lee refinishes any kind of floors without sanding. Guaranteed adhesion, guaranteed satisfaction, best warranty in the business. Outdoors, they'll refinish decks, fences, furniture, concrete, and more. Any type of floor indoors like tile, slate, laminates, concrete, asphalt, ceramic, and more. Call local Mr. Sandless, Troy Irvine at 507-391-9100 or check him out online, MrSandless.com.
So, wow. Wild ride for Cody Russian pitching for Red Wing with 3 strikeouts, 3 walks, 1 hit batter, 7 wild pitches, leading to 4 of their 5 runs. 5-3, good guys, as we head to the top of the 4th. And the 8-9 batters due up here for Red Wing, Szymanski and Pfluger, the catcher and left fielder, to face relief pitcher Brecken Wackels. Faced 1 batter, strung him out in relief of Ethan Steeler. So, everything right with the world again. The 7-1 447 boys are back in charge here. They play good D, they play good O, and they have good pitching. I mean, there's not a lot of weaknesses in this 447 squad. The problem is you never know who's going to show up because there's family vacations, there's work schedules, there's illnesses, there's a lot of stuff. They still have yet to practice. They may have had 1 practice, but I don't even think they've had that since the high school season. So you never know what you're going to get, but I don't think anybody's too shocked that these guys are coming out of here at 7-1 right now. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2 to Szymanski. He popped out to short his first time up. 2-run lead now for Albert Lee. Ooh, that's over his head. He has to get out of the way. Abort, as he hits the dust. And it's a 1-2 count to the leadoff batter in the top of the 4th for the Wingers. The wind continually blowing out to center field, so anybody getting that in the air, they haven't been, though. It's a swing and a miss, and Wackels is 2 for 2 in strikeouts. 1 up, 1 down here in the 4th for Aiden Pfluger, the left fielder. He was out on a bouncer to second, and they got the lead runner at second base on that ground ball. 1 down, nobody on here in the 4th. This is grounded right back to Wackels. Nice reach for it, and coming off the hill, that's not easy, and he throws it over to Jensen for the out. Makes it look easy on a 1-3 putout. 2 up, 2 down for leadoff batter Blake Bartman, who flew out to right and then walked, stole a base, and scored in the 3rd. (5-3) Albert Lee, top of the 4th. And that one is inside. Ball 1 to Bartman. 1 run in the first, 1 in the second, and 3 last inning for Albert Lea. And they gave up the 1 in the first and then 2 more in the third for Red Wings. So it's been an active game here with 8 runs scored and only 2 hits, though, for Red Wing. And 4 hits for Albert Lea. A lot of wild pitches by the Red Wing pitcher. An error for Albert Lea that led to a run. A couple of wild pitches, too, from Steeler, but Brecken has come in and settled things down. He's 2-2 now. Bartman with 2 down and nobody on, trying to mow through this lineup and get the first 1, 2, 3 defensive inning here for Albert Lea. Here's the 2-2. And a breaking pitch across for a called strike 3, and he does just that. A 1, 2, 3 inning for Brecken Wackels with 2 strikeouts and a ground out to him. So he's responsible for all 3 of those. He's got 3 strikeouts and 4 batters faced. And after 3.5, Albert Lea leads 5-3. They're coming to bat on AlbertLeaLive.com.
Hi, this is Adam, your local business owner at GT Window and Door right here in Albert Lea. Start the new year with a fresh look for your home. At GT Window and Door, we specialize in high-quality windows and door replacements that enhance comfort, style, and energy efficiency. With financing options available, including interest-free plans for up to 18 months, it's never been easier to upgrade your home. Visit us online at gtwindowanddoor.com to schedule your free estimate today. Let's make 2025 the year you fall in love with your home all over again.
You have a brand new house. The construction has left a giant mess of dust and dirt. Call Service Master by Ayat today. 877-945-0993.
The van, the yellow van. Call Service Master.
5-3. Brecken Wackels comes off of the bench to relieve Ethan Steeler, and he's gotten all 4 in a row now, 3 of them by strikeouts. And his team up 2 runs here, going to the bottom of the 4th. 5-3, Albert Lea. And a new pitcher for Red Wing is number 8, Charlie Tanner, the third baseman. At third is Beckett Kohler, who was the shortstop. At short is Blake Bartman, who was the first baseman. And at first is Isaiah Whiteman, who was on the bench. So, Russian is out of the game, and they make those changes as right-hander Charlie Tanner. 7 wild pitches from Russian. I thought they would have taken him out a lot more before that, but you never know what they've got for arms unless you're managing the team. Tanner's going to face the top of the order, Preston Smith, Aiden Voss, and Casey Olvey here in the 4th. Already up by 2, batting. And that's going to be outside. And another wild pitch. Much more of the same here. So Beckett Kohler went from short to third. Blake Bartman went from first to short. Isaiah Whiteman is in now at first. And the pitching change. So I've got that all recorded. Here's the pitch, and that is down low. 2-1, or is it 3-1? 2-1 says on the field scoreboard here. To Preston Smith, who has lined out to short, and he lined out to third, and then walked. Advanced to second on a wild pitch, advanced to third on a steal, and then was stranded there in the second inning. 3-1. Preston, shortstop today. And that's going to be a strike called. 3-2. This umpire seems to give the benefit of the doubt to the pitchers, because a lot of these look low or inside, but he still calls them when it's like a 3-1 or 3-0 count. And he ends up walking him on 3-2. And that is his first walk, 4th walk of the game for Red Wing pitchers. And Aiden Voss coming up here. He had He's got 2 steals on the game and a run scored. He was hit by a pitch in the first, stole second, ended up scoring, and then reached in the second as well and stole a base before being stranded. They throw over to first, and Preston back in safely. Nobody out. Runner at first is Preston Smith. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes. In this at bat, this is a lifted foul first base side, not a play by Boss. And first pitch to him, strike one. Casey Olvey on deck. And the pitch is swung on a miss to 0-2 for Boss, who Aiden has came into the game with a 363 average, 5 for 14, 5 runs scored, 4 RBIs, a double. So he can hit. Here's the 0-2. Runner goes, and a swing and a miss, and no throw. So they get the strikeout. It's a strikeout on a walk for Tanner in his relief stint so far. 1 down, but at second is Preston Smith, who steals his second bag of the day. It's 4 steals on the season for him in VFW play. That's down low, ball 1 to Casey Olvey. Casey singled, stole second, reached third on a wild pitch, and then was thrown out at home in a rundown. All in the first inning, and then he struck out his second time. This one's lifted into center, shallow center. No, nice running, diving catch made by the center fielder. That was actually the pitcher, Russian. He's not out of the game. He went to center field. So he makes a nice grab there for out number 2 on a fly to center. And that brings up Drew Olvey with 2 down, and runner at second is Preston Smith. Olvey lets first one go, and it's low, ball 1. He had reached on a fielder's choice and got stranded at second in his first at bat. And then he singled, stole second, reached third on a wild pitch, and scored on a wild pitch. And there's another wild pitch, and it allows Preston Smith to go to third. And wow, the wild pitches of these 2 guys, Rushman and Tanner, have really 9 wild pitches between them. And it led to, we had bases loaded last inning, and they all scored on wild pitches. I don't see that often. It's going to be a strike called to Drew, and so a 1-1 count with 2 down and a runner at third here in the 4th. Already up 2. See if we can get this other run in here, the insurance run at third. Ooh, that's up it. Almost hit Drew. 2-1. The Olveys having good years. This one is blistered to center, but it's going to hang up and be caught out there. And 2 F8s and a strikeout, but they leave the runner stranded at third, Smith, who got on at the walk. And Charlie Tanner gets through his first inning of work with no damage done. And after 4 complete, it's 5-3 Albert Lea on albertlealive.com.
I've got a suggestion for a place to eat that has culinary masterpieces. Cento in downtown Albert Lea. Wood-fired pizzas, fresh salads, rich pastas, and indulgent desserts. They all come together for a meal everyone will love. And if you're craving something sweet, they just added gelato. The cafe up front is open until 3 daily. Cento offers weekly specials. They've got a full catering service for you. Dine in or carry out at Cento. Open Monday through Saturday at 201 South Broadway Avenue, downtown Albert Lea.
Well, they really moved a lot of people around in that Red Wing defense. I thought they had Russian out of the game, and he replaced Cale Anderson in center. They moved a shortstop to third, first baseman to short. I brought in a new guy to play first. Switched pitchers. The old pitcher goes to center, and the new pitcher was Charlie Tanner, who was the third baseman. So, man, that was a lot. As Wackles will come in now and start his second full inning of work. He had a strikeout in the third to end the thing as he came in. He's gotten 4 in a row out, 3 by strikeout, and he'll face the 2-3-4 hitters here in the lineup. Starting with Cody Russian, who went from pitcher to outfield to center field. And starts him out with ball 1. There's a train going by. You might have heard the horn in the distance. It's very slow moving. Strike called now, 1-1 to Russian. Struck out and grounded out to third in his 2 at-bats. Charlie Tanner and Beckett Cole are due up next. This is right down the first baseline. Jensen stops it. Can he get it? Yep, he scoops it and then steps on the bag. 3 unassisted. And there's 1 down. 1 up and 1 down for Charlie Tanner. He reached on an error and scored in the first, and then got aboard in the third, stole a base and scored. So he's been on twice and scored twice. 2 of their 3 runs. Wackles with 5 outs in a row. Since he came in, that's strike 1 to Tanner. And he's got a smooth move there, and it's inside the 1-1. Not a big leg kick for Brecken, but he's got a powerful arm. And the thing just, like I said, it pops right off the fingers and over the strike zone. That's a hopper over Wackles, and then takes another higher hop over the second baseman as Soper could just only watch it, and a base hit to center for Charlie Tanner. First hit given up by Brecken. Breaks up his 5 outs in a row. And the third hit for Red Wing here. Down 2 in the 5th. 5-3, Albert Lee. So Wackles checks the runner now. From the wind. And he goes actually over to first. Easily back in his Tanner, but well, you don't want to throw it away over there and give him an extra base, so gets a nice lead over there, does Tanner. He has scored both times on. It's his 3rd time on board, and this one's right back to Brecken, who goes to second, gets the lead runner, and on to first. No, couldn't do the double play in and out of the glove of Jensen over there. You get the lead runner, though, Tanner at second for out number 2. It's a 1-6 put out. And the relay to first was not in time, so Kohler on there with a fielder's choice with 2 down, and Cale Anderson. The lefty up. He has struck out and doubled. He had an RBI double in the 3rd. Takes ball 1. So Kohler gets his lead at first with 2 down. Tying run at the plate here for Red Wing at the top of the 5th. As Wackles now falls behind 2-0 to Anderson. His first lefty batter that he's faced. Might have done something to his eyesight there, because it's 3-0. Sometimes if you're just pitching to right-handers, it's tough to have the one lefty stuck in there. And he walked him in 4 pitches. First walk for Brecken. And now first and second with 2 down for Jackson Mendelko. And he walked twice and was stranded at first both times. So not much damage done, just 2 bases on balls. That's outside ball 1. And all of a sudden, Brecken having trouble hitting the strike zone. What a great start to his relief appearance. 5 in a row retired. Ooh, that one's over the head and gets away from Rassler, and each of the runners advances as Kohler goes to second, or rather third, and Anderson now at second. I'm sorry, Kohler is at third and Anderson at second. Is that what I said? Might have been. Mendelko has got a 1-0 count. Wackles. Swing and a miss. He's found the strike zone there with a 1-1 count. 2-1, I guess the umpire says. 2-1. And the pitch is inside and called, though, a strike. 2-2. He's got that call that it's hiding it from me, though. I'm behind him, and I don't always see his right arm make the strike call from this position. Not crying about it, I'm just saying. 3-2. So if I'm wrong, that's why. And that is on that inside corner, called strike 3. And that'll be the 4th strikeout for Wachholz. Gets him out of the trouble, and they do not score. And it stays 5-3 after 4.5. And the 447 boys will come to bat after a break on AlbertLeeLive.com. Mr. Sandless in Albert Lea refinishes any kind of floors without sanding. Guaranteed adhesion, guaranteed satisfaction, best warranty in the business. Outdoors, they'll refinish decks, fences, furniture, concrete, and more. Any type of floor indoors like tile, slate, laminates, concrete, asphalt, ceramic, and more. Call local Mr. Sandless, Troy Irvine at 507-391-9100 or check them out online, MrSandless.com. Cooper Wrestler, Ethan Hauser, Aiden Jensen due up here in the 5th for Albert Lea. They lead by 2. And they are they've got a run already on the board for the 5th inning here, so I'm not sure. They scored 3 in the 3rd, guys, and they have 2 on them. Outside scoreboard here, so they got a mess going on. We scored 1 in the 1st, 1 in the 2nd, 3 in the 3rd, and they've got it messed up there on their scoreboard, but we are in the bottom of the 5th, and it's 5, 6, 7 hitters, Wrestler, Hauser, Jensen. Cooper walked twice and scored once on, you guessed it, a wild pitch. Catcher, tall man, as he, look at the long, lanky catcher. That's a lot to kneel down with every pitch. A lot of times you always think of a catcher as more of a stocky, short guy, but this, he rips one right to center field, base hit, leadoff single for Cooper. And that'll be the first hit off of Tanner and the 5th hit in the game for Albert Lea batters. 1 on, nobody out for Ethan Hauser. He reached on a fielder's choice. Actually, he was out. He hit at 3rd, and it was 3rd unassisted. The 3rd baseman stepped on the bag and got the runner from 2nd. So then he bunt singled and ended up scoring in the 3rd, did Ethan. And he's batting lefty. Or is this? No, this isn't Ethan. This is Gilliam. Bryson Gilliam pinch hitting here. Pinch ran earlier in the game, but now he's in to play right field, and the runner goes. That throw is to the wrong side of the bag. Otherwise, they could have got him, but he's safe. As Wrestler steals 2nd and gets into scoring position with nobody out. It's a 3-0 count to Gilliam. And that one inside call to strike. 3-1. Swing and a miss. Now it's a full count. 3-2. Nobody out. And Wrestler at 2nd after a base hit and a steal. And there's a walk on a 3-2 pitch. Wrestler with his 4th steal there when he got 2nd of the season. So now 1st and 2nd. 2nd walk for Tanner in relief, and Aiden Jensen is up. He had a fly out to center and a strikeout, so he's 0 for 2. 2 for 11 on the season, so 2 for 13 with his 0 for 2 today. And this one's popped up infield. Pitcher Tanner grabs it. And there's 1 out. A pop to the pitcher, and that'll bring up Wachholz. Struck out his first time up. Got an RBI opportunity here with a 2-run lead. Runners at 1st and 2nd. Wrestler out there at 2nd. Gilliam at 1st. 1 out. Low, ball 1. Soper on deck. And he deals. Ooh, that was way inside. The runners are going and sliding safely into third. Is Cooper Rassler with his second steal of the at-bat. And he's at third, and Gilliam went with him, so he'll get to steal the second. Second and third, now 2 in scoring position for Brecken. Can help his own cause as the relief pitcher. And that's low and outside. 3-0. Well, first base is open. Could load him up here for Soper. And he does. 4 straight for Brecken Wackles, and he walks. Third walk for Tanner. He had 3 from Russian, so 6 total walks, 9 wild pitches, 1 hit batter, 5 hits, and 5 runs. Been active offense, and this is Manny Cavazos pinch hitting for Soper, and he takes strike 1. And Cavazos with a 1-1 count. And that's 2-1 now as he's in the 9 spot. Preston Smith, top of the order, due up next. And the pitch, check swing, but called a strike anyway. So no need to appeal on that one, but it's 2-2 to Manny. And Cavazos 0 for 4 on the VFW season. He got a hold of just a tick on that one and fouled it off. Stays alive at 2-2. 1 out. Runners at every base here for Albert Lee. Great chance for Manny to add some stats here. 2-2's on the way, and it's called strike 3 on that outside corner. 2 down. Second strikeout for Tanner in relief. Top of the order, Preston Smith. Still bases loaded, but now 2 down. Albert Lee leading by 2. Trying to add some more here. Smith lined out to third. Walked twice. Got a couple of steals. Hasn't scored yet, though. He was stranded at third twice. And the 1-0 is low. 2-0 to Preston. We're in the top of the 5th, or bottom of the 5th, rather, and 5-3 Albert Lee lead. The 2-0 was swung on and fouled, and it's 2-1. Shadows creeping in home first, as you can see. Everybody else nice and sunshiny. The 2-1 count. And the bases loaded pitch, and it gets away again, and a run will score. Boy, they've scored 4 runs on wild pitches here, Albert Lee. 4 of their 6. As Rassler scores on that wild pitch. And it's 6-3. Everybody else moved up a base as well, so Wackles at second and Gilliam at third. And he walks the bases full again. Smith at first. And here comes Aiden Boss. And they're going to talk to Tanner here on the hill. As he's got the walks and the wild pitches just like Cody Russian did, the starter. 4 walks for him now, Tanner. And 7th batter of the inning, Boss due up here. And he got hit by a pitch his first time up. He reached in the 2nd and then struck out in the 4th. Scored a run in the 1st as well. Got a couple of steals. A lot of steals. And a lot of runs. Like I said, 4 of their 6 runs for Albert Lee have scored on wild pitches. In fact, in that 3-run third, all 3 of those runs were wild pitch runs. They're going to keep with Tanner. And with 2 down here, it's going to be Aiden Boss, like I said. Still looking for his... Well, I guess he did have a base hit in the 2nd inning. And a 3-run lead here with 2 down, and the bases juiced with 4-4-7 guys. It's inside, 2-0. This is solid, too short, though, and he does grab it. He's going to have a long throw, and he's not going to make it. That was just an infield single for Boss with an RBI. And they stay loaded, the bases, with Smith going to second. First of all, Gilliam scored. Wackel's now at third. Smith's at second. Boss on at first, and Casey Alvey coming up. Six hits for Albert Lee and a 7-run effort here so far. 7-3 lead. Casey singled, struck out, and flew to center. And he is 1-1 now to him. He's the 8th batter to come up here in the 5th for Albert Lee. So they've widened their lead by a couple more runs. Oh, Brecken had to hide from that one off of third base. As it was just foul. 1-2 to Casey. He's also got a steal on the day. There's a lot of terms and things here with all the wild pitches, and I guess there's been an error each team. There's a foul ball, 1-2. We'll do it again. Casey, Drew Olvey on deck. Hit to short. This time he goes the short way to second and gets the lead runner, Boss, for the 3rd out. And, they lengthen their lead to 7-3 with another crooked number here in the 5th. 1 in the 1st, 1 in the 2nd, 2 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th. No, 3 in the 3rd, none in the 4th. They have that wrong on the field scoreboard, and then they just scored 2 here in the 5th. But the total's the same. It's 7-3 Albert Lee after 5, and 6 outs to go here to get the victory on AlbertLeeLive.com.
Hi, this is Adam, your local business owner at GT Window and Door right here in Albert Lee. Start the new year with a fresh look for your home. At GT Window and Door, we specialize in high-quality windows and door replacements that enhance comfort, style, and energy efficiency. With financing options available, including interest-free plans for up to 18 months, it's never been easier to upgrade your home. Visit us online at gtwindowanddoor.com to schedule your free estimate today. Let's make 2025 the year you fall in love with your home all over again.
You have a brand new house. The construction has left a giant mess of dust and dirt. Call Service Master by Ayat today. 877-945-0993.
The man, the yellow van, call Service Master.
Maybe running low on time on that batter camera, the pitcher batter camera. Because it is, what time is it? I mean, this game started at 5. We're an hour and a half in. Oh, it's about a 2 hour and 15-minute camera, so I guess we're all right. It's only an hour and a half. Wackel's back on the hill here, and he's going to face Ezra Bray, second baseman, who has struck out twice. Once, Wackles, he was his first batter back in the 3rd to finish that 3rd inning. Strike 1 to Bray. Brecken has 4 Ks on the day, 1 walk, 1 hit. Hasn't given up a run in relief, but that one's outside. 1-1. He's done well. He faced 5 batters last inning, had a 1-2-3 inning his first full inning, and then actually had 5 outs in a row. And then a base hit, a fielder's choice, a walk, and then he struck out Mendelko to finish the 5th inning. This is fouled, and it's going to be a 2-2 count to Bray. Infield straight away and pretty much right in the middle of the dirt. Outfield not too deep and straight away. There's another foul off into the screen here. 2-2 again as leadoff batter here in the 6th. 7-3 Albert Lee, and 5 of those runs have scored on wild pitches. Or maybe 4. I don't know. I lost count. Another foul. 2-2. All I know is they're well on their way now to a 8-1 start. This VFW 447 squad And that one gets away. Brecken. No, nothing hurt. Nobody on. And so it's 3-2. As he is ready to fire. Full count. It is going to be another foul ball. Boy, Bray, he's wasting baseballs here. The umpire had to reload. 3-2. Leading off the 6th for Red Wing. That's too high, and he walked him. It'll be the second walk for Brecken. And Kellen Semensky due up here. And he popped to the shortstop and struck out 0 for 2 on the day. It was Wackles who struck him out to lead off the 4th, as he had 2 strikeouts in a row to start his relief stint. 3, now he's up to 4 Ks. The runner at first, he looks at him and then delivers home. Foul ball. Strike 1 to Semensky, the catcher. The 8 hitter in the lineup, batting second here in the 6th. Bray gets his lead over at first. And the pitch is outside. 1-1. That's fouled right off the plate, so 1-2 count to Semensky. Brecken ready to go. Checks the runner and delivers. This is right back to him. Oh, no, over his glove. So he's not going to be able to chase that down in time. And good thing he didn't throw it, because that would have been wild. Good decision to hang on to that. And so that's an infield single for Semensky. And down to second goes Bray. Second hit off of Wackles, and that brings up 9-hitter Aiden Pfluger. Nope, they're going to have the pinch hitter Eddie McGuire come in. Lefty. And McGuire took over at first. No, Whiteman took over at first. I don't know. They just pinch hitting him here, as that one is strike 1, fouled at the plate. In the 9 spot. Nobody out and 2 on here. This is the tying run at home. Tying run up at bat here. Or no, a 4-run lead. I'm sorry. So this almost a tying run. Straight back. 0-2. They do have Whiteman running for the catcher Semensky at first, and Whiteman actually took over at first. So that's a little confusing, but Whiteman's running at first. Bray's at second. It's a 1-2 count to McGuire. Strike call. They got him. Wackles with his 5th strikeout. First out of the 6th, and now they're down to their last 5 outs with Blake Bartman, the leadoff batter, up. Struck out, walked, stole a base and scored, flew out to right. Wackles checking the runners at first and second. Cavasso's out there at second base now, trying to distract the runner, and the pitch is swung on and missed by Blake for strike 1. It's the most trouble that Wackles has been in his relief stint here, with runners at first and second and 1 out. The 0-1 to Bartman is strike. No, that was outside. 1-1. The 1-1 is up the middle on the ground, and it's going to be safe. No, he does step on second. I wondered if he was going to get that, but the runner at first is safe, but they do get the runner at second, which was Whiteman running for Semensky, and that's the second out. And now runners at the corners as Bartman reaches on a fielder's choice. And Cody Russian is up. He was the original starting pitcher, and he's playing center field now. Struck out, grounded out to third, and was out first on a grounder to first as well. 0 for 3. Some signs here from catcher Rassler. I believe it's his birthday today. Somebody said that when I was down there doing interviews and stuff. Somebody said they should talk to you on your birthday, Cody. As that one is fouled, and back to first will go the base runner Bartman. 0-1 to Russian. And honest, well, you don't even go for that. Was an odd play. As he stole second, Bartman. He was kind of hesitant, but nobody looked at him. Finally, Brecken noticed he was running and ended up not throwing it, so defensive indifference there. Takes second. That one's up out of the zone to Russian, and it's 1-1. And this one is chopped foul. Ball and 2 strikes. Wachol's trying to get him out of this jam with runners at second and third, 2 down, leading by 4 in the top of the 6th. And that is on the ground to first. Jensen fields it. Can he get it to Brecken? Covering in time, they do. Nicely done on a 3-1 putout. No runs there. They leave 2 stranded in scoring position, and it's still a 4-run advantage for Albert Lea as we head to the bottom of the 6th. 7-3, 4-4-7 on albertlealive.com.
I've got a suggestion for a place to eat that has culinary masterpieces. Cento in downtown Albert Lea. Wood-fired pizzas, fresh salads, rich pastas, and indulgent desserts. They all come together for a meal everyone will love. And if you're craving something sweet, they just added gelato. The cafe up front is open until 3 daily. Cento offers weekly specials. They've got a full catering service for you. Dine in or carry out at Cento. Open Monday through Saturday at 201 South Broadway Avenue, downtown Albert Lea.
Not too bad. It's 7-3 as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Albert Lea leads and they bat, and it'll be coming up, due up anyway. Drew Olvey, Cooper Rassler, and Bryson Gilliam. We'll see anybody who makes any pinch hitting appearances here, but so far so good for the 4-4-7 group. With 3 outs to go for another victory. And is this the same pitcher? It is number 8, and that is Charlie Tanner. Boy, 10 wild pitches, 1 hit batter, 7 walks for the 2 Red Wing pitchers. Has made it a little easier for Albert Lea with 4 of the runs scored on wild pitches. And without those, we'd be tied. So that's the difference, is those 4 wild pitch runs. And Drew Olvey coming up here, flew out to center his last time up. He had a single, a stolen base, reached third on a wild pitch, and then scored in the 3rd, and also reached on a fielder's choice in the 1st. Drew, the 3rd baseman, ready to go, and Tanner throws in one that's fouled, first base side, playable. Oh, he makes a stab at it, and he got it. Whew, nice play there. I don't know if he really saw it. That was Eddie McGuire at first. And 1 up, 1 down here in the 6th for Albert Lea. A little pop to first, and Cooper Rassler is up. Catcher singled and walked twice, scored twice, 2 steals as well. Been active on the base paths, and he's got a 1-for-1 day going with 2 walks. It's lifts one into right, and it's right there to the right fielder. So, boy, a minimum of pitches here in the 6th for Tanner, but 2 up, 2 down. Both opposite field, 1 to first, 1 to right. And Bryson Gilliam coming up. He's got 1 at bat. He pinch hit for Eisenhauser in the 5th and ended up walking, stole a base, and scored a run. takes first pitch, ball one. Gilliam leads the team in steals with 7. And that one's on the ground, and it gets through for a base hit. So a 2-out single for Bryson Gilliam. And the third hit off of Tanner brings up Aiden Jensen, first baseman, who has flown out to center, struck out, and popped out to the pitcher. Two down. Runner at first. Here we're in the bottom of the 6th. Strike is called to Aiden, so 0-1 count. Jensen, a 2 for 11 season going, and needs to add to those numbers here. Let's get a base hit here, Aiden. It's fouled at the plate, so 0-2. He's batting righty now. It was lefty his last couple times up. Switching it up. 0-2, 2 outs, runner at first. 7-3 lead in the 6th for Albert Lee. Trying to add to that. And it's a comebacker over the pitcher, right to the shortstop, and all he has to do is move his left foot onto the bag to make the final out there as they get Gilliam trying to advance. And so that is it, and it's still 7-3 going for the last 3 outs when we come back here on AlbertLeeLive.com.
Mr. Sandless in Albert Lee refinishes any kind of floors without sanding. Guaranteed adhesion, guaranteed satisfaction, best warranty in the business. Outdoors, they'll refinish decks, fences, furniture, concrete, and more. Any type of floor indoors like tile, slate, laminates, concrete, asphalt, ceramic, and more. Call local Mr. Sandless, Troy Irvine at 507-391-9100 or check him out online, MrSandless.com.
So Bracken Wachholz will try and finish it off here. He came in with 2 outs in the 3rd and struck a guy out, and then struck the next batter out to start the 4th, and in fact put 5 up, 5 down in his first 5 hitters. But he's only given up 2 hits. Struck out 5, walked a couple, and needs to finish off the 3, 4, 5 hitters here for the victory. And that'll be Charlie Tanner, Beckett Kohler, and Cody Russian due up here in the 7th. 3 outs from victory to go to 8-1 if they can stop them from scoring 4 here. And there's no indication that they can't. They only give it the 1 run in the 1st and 2 in the 3rd. There's been goose eggs everywhere else as Wachholz really came in and has done the deal here. Sealed the deal, closed the door, whatever you want to call it. He's shut them down. Strike 1 to Tanner. Reached on an error and scored. Reached in the 3rd and scored. And he reached in the 5th on a base hit. So he's been on 3 times, scored twice. It's 1-1 to him. Wachholz looks fresh out there. Did that hit him? I think it grazed his wrist or something. He's going to go to first. He's showing a little pain there, but that'll be the first hit by pitch for Mr. Wachholz, and leadoff runner with Beckett Kohler, and he singled his first time up with an RBI, then popped out to short and reached on a fielder's choice. Got Tanner saying he's all right there at first. Gets his lead. Jensen not holding him. Well, I guess now he's going to run over and hold him on. And Wachholz throws inside to the next hitter, Beckett Kohler, and it's 1-0. Checking the runner at first. Bracken delivers. Runner goes. Rassler does not throw down, and so a stolen base for Tanner. Well, his wrist isn't going to stop him from running as he's got a steal. 2nd of the game for him. The current pitcher for them. This is popped straight up. Wachholz calls for it and grabs it. And that's the first out here in the 7th. on a pop to the pitcher, and runner stays at second, Tanner. So one down for Kale Anderson. Anderson takes the first pitch, strike one. Struck out his first at bat, then had an RBI double in the third. There's the 0-1. That's strike called. 0-2. Yeah, let's go, Brecken. Just finish it yourself here. Couple strikeouts. Let's get out of here. It'd be great to see him get to 7 Ks in relief. Yeah, that's fouled at the plate, so close that time. 0-2 it stays. One out runner at second. 4-run advantage here, so got some runs to play with, but let's not even do it. Let's get out of here. The 0-2 is inside. 1-2 to Anderson. And that's outside. So 0-2 start goes to 2-2 now. Runner, big lead at second, but the 2-2 is up high. The runner goes to third, and Rassler threw down there, but unable to put the tag on. Drew Olvey at third. So in at third base is Tanner. And a 3-2 count now to Anderson. One out, runner at third. Pitch is swung on and missed. And that'll be strikeout number 6 for Brecken Wachholz in the second out here. So down to their last out with a runner at third, down 4. And Jackson Mendelko, he is walked twice and struck out once. So officially 0 for 1 with 2 walks. Never made it past first base on those walks. Ball 1 to him. See if Brecken can close the door for good here on Red Wing, and they can take the long drive back, and that's a strike called. 1-1 to Mendelko. Brecken struck him out his last at bat, and he's 2/3 of the way there here with a swing and a miss. 1-2. Trying to get his 7th strikeout in relief. Brecken Wachholz. And Steeler had 3, so that'd be 10 if you can get him here. Ooh, just outside. 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at third. Wachholz, that one gets away. It's a wild pitch. It's going to score the run. Actually, off the glove of Rassler, so I don't know. It might be a pass ball, but I don't make those calls. But they do get the run to make it 7-4. But now the bases are empty with 2 outs and a 3-2 count. Breaks the string of 3 scoreless innings for Red Wing, but he got him. He gets to 7 strikeouts. He and Steeler combine on 10 Ks in the game. And a 7-4 win brings them to 8-1 in the VFW season. Just an awesome year going for these guys. They still have half dozen games left here. And I said 4 of them are at home. Now, I don't know if they're going to play, actually, the doubleheader in Winona coming up here. But we'll wrap things up here. Got the Service Master by Hyatt Cleanup coming up here. And we'll get you on your way here on a Monday night from AlbertLeeLive.com.
Albert Lee Live is here, Southern Minnesota. We have top-quality audio and video play-by-play online of more Albert Lee Tiger games and events than anyone else. But we also provide opportunities for Albert Lee area youth to experience our businesses. Students can be paid to be on the air with us or showcase their graphic art skills by creating social media posts or run the cameras for our events. So if you or someone you know might be interested in broadcasting the Tiger teams by joining our team, email us from the AlbertLeeLive.com page or call or text J. Paul at 507-402-1600.
Comprehensive Wealth Solutions is here to help you make informed decisions about your financial future. CWS can provide you with a wealth strategy that aligns with your vision and values. Visit CWSFBO.com. CWS, providing big-time advice the small-town way.
So we wrap up a 7-4 victory here. They're going to take a break, and I think they're going to play 3 more, but we're not going to air that. They might not even break much. They're coming out to play here. But a 7-4 win, and so officially it's in the books. These next 3 innings aren't going to count stats or anything. But two big stories were strikeouts for Albert Lea pitchers. They threw 10 total, 3 for Ethan Steeler, the starter, in his 2 2/3 innings. And then Bracken Wackels in relief went the rest of the way and struck out 7, including the last 2. He got the first 2 and then the last 2 that he faced on strikeouts. He also walked a couple, but he had a great performance in relief. Only 2 hits and really shut the door there. And they got 1 run in the 7th to ruin that perfect perfect line, I guess, for him as he gets that. But the other story was the wild pitches by Red Wing pitchers. They threw 10, and it led to at least 4, maybe 5 runs for Albert Lea. So those were the 2 stories of the day. But hitting-wise, a lot of steals for Albert Lea, too. Couple for Preston Smith, couple for Aiden Boss. Drew Olvey got a steal. 2 steals for Cooper Rassler. I mean, they were running, and when they weren't running, they were just given bases with wild pitches and things like that. But a very nice win to go to 8-1. They're off till Thursday at noon. We'll have that game here at Hike Field against Rochester Mayo, and they were 7-1 today. I don't know if they played or play tomorrow or whatever, but that should be a monumental clash on Thursday here, as of course Albert Lea celebrates the 4th on the 3rd with the parade at 6. But that game will be at noon, so we'll have a little pregame before that, about 11:45, and get you on your way early on Thursday so we can all enjoy the festivities going on here in Albert Lea this holiday week. Hope you're having a good one. Beautiful day today and a big win for the VFW Post 447.